Hello, everybody. Welcome back to my WNBA rantings. So today, I have something a bit different that I'm just trying out. So I was a bit bored, and I was always seeing like this list, rank your teams, not necessarily teams, but like rank a lot of different things. So like, why not do it for WNBA teams? I always have thoughts. I have a lot of thoughts about a lot of teams. So let's just see where each of them fall into my category, my own personal category. Once again, this is my opinion. This is not anybody's opinion. Please don't get offended. This is just like I said, I'm just doing it for fun. These are my personal thoughts. And yeah, let's go. So I'm going to be ranking the teams in 4 categories. There's supposed to be 5, but I decided to let it be 4 just to make it more concise, and besides, there are only 12 teams. There's so much that you can put in it. So without further ado, so I'm ranking the teams in order. So I'm starting with the elite, which is the one of like the really good teams. Their social media is on point. Their play is on point. They always they have some of the best players. They have their merch is good. It's just like a really well put together team that appreciate their fans. You know, just a really well put together team. Then Pure Vibes is like they're just operating on pure vibes, like they have no direction. But they have no direction. They are just anything goes. But they have really good players. Their players are fun, so they're kind of like not a bad team because of vibes. You know, if you get what I mean. They're just a fun team, but they're not necessarily going places. They're just there, but they're fun. While boring is like you might be the best team, you might have the best merch and all that, but you're boring, meaning your play is boring, your social media presence is boring, or even maybe they don't even have a social media presence, you know, things like that. So that's boring, like nobody knows about you, basically. Then self-franchise is like, who are you? Like, just like be bad, like just go already. Do you get my point? So self-franchise is like there's no hope, you're boring, you are boring, your players are terrible, there's just no saving that franchise. So let me start with I'll just start with the order, no particular order. I'll just start with what I have on my screen. Let's start with Chicago Sky. So Chicago Sky, I don't know. My thoughts about Chicago Sky is funny because they did just win a championship. But before that, I never really rated them highly. Like, I just thought they were, I think it was Candice Parker that kind of put them on the map. So I just thought they were just one of those teams that just like I said, they were running on pure vibes. Like, I think they were running on pure vibes. They really didn't have any strategy. I don't think they have a huge fan base, and they don't really try to cultivate it. I don't like that. I don't really like their coach. I don't feel that they engage with the community, not necessarily community, but like, yeah, the WNBA community the way they should have until this year. So it was like when Candice Parker came, she kind of like put them on the map. But before that, they were just like a team that was just boring. Honestly, they were boring. I would rate them as boring. But because of Candice Parker, and they did win a championship, so I mean, come on. So I'll put them on pure vibes because I feel they have no strategy. I feel they're just running on Candice Parker vibes, honestly. And if she left today, that team will be done for. And it's not like they don't have players. They have like some really good players, but they don't really showcase them. Like they have Courtney Vandersloot and this lady and Ali Quigley, which are probably two of the best WNBA couples out there, and they don't really like you. I'm not saying use them for like publicity and go, but you know the way Seattle just don't carries like Sue Bird and Mega Rapinoe on their head. I would think a Chicago Sky should do that, like make them the face of a franchise, not necessarily the face, but like really publicize them. I mean, I feel they're just running on pure vibes, borderline boring, but because they won championship, I definitely can't put them as boring. And they do have good players. Yeah, so let's leave them as pure vibes. So Atlanta Dream is definitely pure vibes. And we've like that they're just running on empty. In fact, maybe I should even go for self-franchise because that franchise is a mess. A mess. things I like about them. Okay, I like their honestly, what do I like about them? I like their players. I think they have some really colorful players. Like Courtney Williams is probably one of my favorite players in WNBA. Apart from the fact that she can actually play, I love her personality. I like the fact that she's just herself. She doesn't really care about anybody. She's just who she is. I love that about her. So I think their players have that kind of vibe where it's like, them, the rules. The rules don't matter. We are who we are. We're Atlanta Dream. You know, that kind of thing. I like it. I like it. It's pure vibes. It's pure vibes. They don't win games. They win games. They don't have a strategy to win games. Like, Courtney Williams did. Any day Courtney Williams decides to ball, she'll ball. Any day Tiffany Hayes decides she'll ball. I think they went through like 3 coaching changes. It's not their fault. But they're kind of a mess. But I won't put them on that self-franchise because I do feel like with a little bit of direction, they have like the building blocks of making a really, really good franchise. Maybe not elite, but like they really do have the building blocks of a very good franchise if they get their shit together, number one, and if they get some really, really good players to complement the players they have. Although Courtney Williams is no more there. So maybe I should downgrade them to boring because without Courtney Williams, you guys are like, Courtney Williams was like the spice of that that Atlanta Dream. And she's no more there. And and this offseason, I haven't really seen anything much of them. Just operating on vibes, honestly, pure vibes. All right, I'll go with Indiana Fever. I don't understand this franchise. I'm sorry, I don't. It's just, they're boring. I think that's it. Yeah. I don't even have much to say about Indiana Fever, really. They don't have good players. They have good players, but they don't have good, like, what will I say? They don't have a franchise player. I think that's the right word. They don't have a franchise player, which is a player that would that can elevate a team. Like Indiana, it's like they have good social media, I won't lie, but they don't have this, like, I don't know, this player that just embodies like the way, who can I say, the way Candice Parker came and just made Chicago Sky, like she just elevated Chicago Sky. They don't have that type of player. All their players are like mid-tier kind of players. They're not that great. Some of them are great, but they're not like, would I say they don't really have the charisma that you would need to build a franchise on. So because of, and they obviously have a losing record. So because of that, it's kind of like they're just there. Like, I mean, I wouldn't go and watch their games. I mean, if they're playing against my team, yes, but Indiana Fever, like, they don't just spark any excitement in me. And I just think they're just boring. I would definitely keep them as boring. So next is Aces. I like Las Vegas. I think they're elite. Honestly, I think they're elite. They get. Like I said, I'm not a fan of Aces because the same broom I used to sweep South Carolina is the same broom I used to sweep Aces, because they have some very useless fans. But apart from the fans, look at the franchise itself. It's a really, really good franchise. They have a fantastic social media presence. Their uniform is fire. I like the way they carry their players on their heads. Like, they are always like highlighting them, things like that. They have a really, really good social media presence. Their play is really good. Of course, they've gone to they've made the playoffs like 3 consecutive times. Not even the playoffs. They made semifinals in 2019. They made finals in 2020, and they made semifinals 2021. So that's definitely a very good franchise. My only problem is that they changed their coach. I don't think Bear is the coach that will take them to the promised land. He is too old school. I don't know, there's just something about him that doesn't work for that team. I think they're just young and they are vibing, and they have Chelsea Gray, who I love. So they're just a very fun team. And they clearly treat their players really, really well. They're in Las Vegas, which is a very, very good hub. If I go to Las Vegas, I'm definitely going to a Las Vegas Aces game. I just feel like it's going to be a lot of vibes, like really, really good vibes. It's a very good franchise. So I'll keep it at elite. New York Liberty used to be boring, but now I would say it's definitely not pure vibes. It's not pure. What can I put New York Liberty as? Maybe I should put another category. It's definitely not pure vibes, but I'll say elite. I'll say elite because it's an elite franchise because number one, even though they are on the up and up, that's one thing for sure. They have a new management. They have a good Barclays Center. They have a very good arena. They have a fantastic fans. I mean, they're in building blocks, but they are definitely worth it. I love their players: Sabrina, Sammy, Michaela, the Richard. That's some really, really young. It's a young up and coming franchise. I just like them. They're like what Dallas Wings wants to be, but can't, but isn't. So I'm going to put New York Liberty at elite because I just like their vibe and their location. New York, I mean, come on, it's New York. If I go to New York, definitely going to see a New York Liberty game. I feel they definitely need to play more together. I feel their play is good. They definitely can give you a run for your money on any given night. They're that type of team, but they just need more experience. They have not all world. Come on. New York Liberty might just win a championship in this decade from 2021 to 2030. Look out for them. I like them. I think they're elite for now. Okay. Maybe I should put another like level, maybe top tier or something. But New York Liberty is definitely not pure vibes. I think they really know what they are doing. The way they made the trades, like they told Charles and all that, you could tell that they really know what they are doing. All right, LA Sparks, pure vibes, pure, like the purest of the vibes. Like they don't know what they are doing. The only thing going for them is that they're in LA, honestly. That's it. That's what's going on for them. Pure vibes. Like they like this season was a disaster. Like half of their players were injured. They didn't do any significant trades they didn't do anything significant trades. They did not do any significant trades in the off season. They have a terrible coach. They were, oh, Las Vegas can defend. Is it defending that we are going to eat? You defend. This is WNBA. Everybody can score against some really, really elite defense. I think the only time that they really like defense really worked was when they played Seattle Storm, but then Seattle Storm that day was just an off day for them. I don't know what happened. So my point is, this season was a mess for a franchise that went from like LA Sparkles were like one of the best franchises in WNBA because they always made the playoffs. Sometimes they even made the finals. They won finals in 2016. They made the playoffs. They was like this Minnesota era kind of situation. So it was like really, really good. And all of a sudden, you don't make the playoffs and you had a very, very bad season. I don't know, I just didn't correlate. And then you see the players, the only thing that is going for them, honestly, is that they have a very good, they stay in LA, which is good. And because of that, some people are just in LA, so you have to have like fans. You have no choice. And LA is just it's like New York kind of situation. But I don't know what they are doing. They make some really questionable decisions. Even their social media presence for LA, I'm just not impressed. I think they're just running on vibes. They're not boring because I do like they have some really good players. Like Tia Cooper is cool, Erica Wheeler is cool, Amanda Zawi B is cool. But for them, for putting everything together, they just haven't figured it out yet. They're just running on pure vibes. All right, next franchise. Oh, Minnesota Lynx is elite. Elite bordering on boring elite. Like there's really nothing to say about Minnesota Lynx. They have good players, they have a good coach, they have a good team, they have a good their record speaks for itself. They always make the playoffs. They have really, really good players like Nafisa, Ira Powers, who I love. They have this lady, Krista Dangerfield, who I feel is very, very underutilized. I think they should play her more. So it's just a well-run franchise. Maybe bordering on boring, but elite is elite. I wouldn't call them boring. I would just say they're elite. They're just a good franchise that you expect the best from, and they always try to give you the best. Phoenix Mercury, pure vibes. thanks to Diana Taurasi. Diana Taurasi is a Bible. It's a good franchise. It's a fantastic, but I want to say they're elite. I feel they could be better than they are. They could get their shit together more, especially during that finals. I felt they could have done a better job of not getting blown out and scoring less than 50 points in a fucking finals game. They could definitely do better than that. Their coach is weird. The way they play sometimes is just very, very funny. Sometimes they play well, sometimes they don't play well. They have 3 really, really good players. Then they have like some funny ones that don't really merge well. The whole team is just funny. Honestly, Phoenix Mercury is funny. But I do like them because they have a very good uniform. They have a fantastic fan base. Diana Taurasi is Diana Taurasi. Yeah, she really adds a little bit of spice into that franchise. And you add Skylar, who is really good. Like I said, they're just not well. They're just not a well put together team that they could be. But the franchise itself is really, really good. Like, they have a very good arena. They always take care of them well. Their social media presence is like one of the best I've seen in a very long time. And they have and they treat like their fans really well, like merch, just like things like that. So it's a good franchise, but it's not elite because I feel the players need a little bit of work to really make it really, really good, even though they did make the final. But one could argue that they made the finals because Seattle Storm did not play. So let's leave it like that. So yeah, they have a lot of work to do, but pure vibes, they're just cruising, they're just having fun. They're just having fun. Hopefully they'll get their shit together and then they'll really be a franchise to deal with. All right. Washington Mystics is boring. I'm sorry. They're just boring. Like I don't know them. Like, who are they? Who are they? I don't know them. They could easily not exist in WNBA, and I wouldn't know that they are. I just know just nothing about them that stands out. Okay, Elena Donadon. Well, I didn't start watching WNBA until like 2020, so I wasn't really there for when they won championship, so I wouldn't really know how they fared. All I know is that they have not made the playoffs. No, they made playoffs. Okay, yeah, they did make the playoffs in 2020 in the bubble, but they got eliminated in the first round by Phoenix. Yeah, so Connecticut Sun is boring. I will put them as boring because I just don't connect with that franchise. I don't know why. They play well, but they don't play that well. They don't have anything exciting about them, honestly. There's just really nothing exciting about them. I think the only thing that was exciting was that JJ won MVP. They were on the 14-day game win streak. But even that, you weren't just emotionally invested in whatever it is they are doing. I don't know, maybe it's their social media presence. I don't know, just something about them, maybe because they're in Connecticut. There's something really, really off about that franchise that I find very weird. And it's just boring. Like, there's really no exciting player like that. Okay, JJ is exciting, but she's not exciting like that. I think they are just they don't, maybe because most of them they're not really on social media like that. There's just something off about that franchise. And then they got into the finals on a 14-game win streak, and then they choked, so that even made them worse. Well, just a boring franchise. I don't have much to say about them, so I'll leave them like that. Then we have the Wings. Yeah, they should sell the Wings. I'm sorry. You know the thing about the Wings? I feel the Wings should not exist. You know why? Because number one, they are just young players that they just don't do anything exciting. Yeah, they did make the playoffs, but they just they have a new coach. They have a bunch of young players that they don't play. I feel you should sell the Wings, and those players that are in the Wings, move them to other teams. Like I can see a Arike or Mariah Jefferson really, really doing well in like a Mystics or Fever. I don't know. The Wings they just don't seem like a franchise that has a long-term plan with the way they do. Like the way they just do like I know they changed their coach. There's something about that franchise I'm just not a fan of. Yeah, and I feel if they were not in WNBA right now, nobody would like feel bad. I know it's harsh, but that's just the way I feel. I feel if they were like just taken away from the equation, like they haven't won any championships, they made the playoffs, but of course they made the playoffs. We already knew that they were going to fall flat. They I don't know about their fans. I think they're in a city, Dallas, that is really really big. I don't know if people connect with them the way other teams would connect. They're not necessarily boring. I just don't. They're just a bunch of young people just trying to play basketball. And I think they will do better in other teams. I feel sell the wings and get another a team in a very, very good area, like maybe Orlando, maybe like Florida or something. Then put all those players there and mix it up a little bit with like veterans and co. Then you have a team. Anyway, that's it for it. I hope you enjoyed it and have a good day.